Welcome into another edition of Mint Condition. I'm Prim alongside Ken Goldin, founder of Goldin Auctions. Welcome.
Glad to be here.
So we've got a lot of stuff here, and also joining us some pretty interesting baseball memorabilia in his company that you guys have set up for auction, which will take place in June. So a lot of Hall of Fame caliber memorabilia. Out of all of the items you have here, what stands out to you?
Well, what stands out, it's got to be the Mickey Mantle game-used glove. Famously, in 1999 at the Sotheby's auction, Billy Crystal paid $239,000 for a Mickey Mantle game-used glove. It made all the headlines. And what we have here is actually the Rawlings sample of Mickey Mantle gloves. This is what they, it's the glove they made for Mickey Mantle in 1965. Comes with a letter from Rawlings stating that they made this glove for Mickey Mantle to be used during the 65-66 season, and he used it. And it has all the Mantle characteristics, his number 7, the pre-oiled, and what makes it great is that gloves are something that typically a player may wear over 1, 2, 3 years, so there's very few game-used gloves, and this is one of 4 or 5 known and authenticated game-used gloves of Mickey Mantle. It's the only one that actually comes with a letter from the company that made it for him over 50 years ago, and it's just a real tremendous example. And it's also, by the way, the last known glove that Mickey Mantle wore as a center fielder.
So how much is something like this worth?
Well, considering Billy Crystal paid $239,000 15 years ago, I'm going to say over $300,000.
So what else out of all of these items is pretty interesting to you?
From a history standpoint, this has to be it. Everyone talks about the 1919 sale contract. Babe Ruth is sold to from the Red Sox to the Yankees. This is the 1919 promissory note that went along with that contract. This was given to the Red Sox as payment for Babe Ruth. And it was actually, the funny thing is, here are the signatures of the owners in the back. The funny thing is, it actually was mailed. You got a stamp on there. It was actually mailed from New York. Ed Barrow signed it, mailed it to Frazee of the Red Sox, and boom, Babe Ruth was a New York Yankee.
Not computers, or no computers, no emails. It's going old school. And how about
Speaking of Babe Ruth, this is truly a one of a kind. This is Babe Ruth's hand.
Wow.
Literally.
And I've got pretty big hands. We did this earlier. I shouldn't do that because I feel like it's pretty valuable.
In 1930, and this again is part of the 100th anniversary auction of Babe Ruth at GoldinAuctions.com. And this is something that was done in 1934 for Baseball Magazine. They had a palm reader read his palm, and he did a handprint, and he signed the original handprint. And this is the original handprint. One member of my staff told me they thought this might go for $1 million. I think that's on a high side of an estimate, but when you have a lot of Babe Ruth collectors and of a rare one of a kind, but it's not just about Babe Ruth, it is about all the great Yankee tradition, all the great Yankees. And what we have here is a bat used by Roger Maris in the 1961 season when he broke Babe Ruth's record. This was consigned to us by the Bat Boy, who collected this bat 53 years ago, and this bat was used in August to hit the 51st home run of that 1961 season.
On the field, Yankees blow everybody away in terms of their World Series titles. So how does their memorabilia compare to all the other teams?
Oh, it's the Yankees memorabilia, realistically, and I'm a Phillies fan, but the Yankees memorabilia, sell more for vintage than every other team combined. I mean, every single time you look at a record, whether it's a $1.5 million for a bat, whether it's $4.5 million for a jersey, whether now the Babe Ruth rookie card from 1914 recently passed the T-06 Wagner as the most valuable card in the same condition. Because they have Ruth and Gehrig and Mantle and DiMaggio and Jeter, the Yankees reign supreme without a close second. One
final question.
Sure.
What's the most something has ever sold for?
The most anything is sold for in sports memorabilia is $4.4 million for a Babe Ruth jersey a few years ago.
Ken Goldin, founder of Goldin Auctions, thank you so much for your time today.
Glad to be here.
All right, good stuff. So all this stuff goes up for auction in June. We'll keep you posted with this. For more hobby news and information, be sure to check out our Facebook page at facebook.com/ESPN Mint Condition, or you can follow us on Twitter at ESPN Mint Condit. For Ken Goldin, I'm Prim Siripipat. We'll see you guys next time.